Up on tap here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Carolina Panthers. Two teams here that came into the NFL together back in 1995, and off we go between the Jags and the Panthers. Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
On the double. Double, 38.
First play, and Young is going to throw it. Short throw underneath to Hurst. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Ready?
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. They go play action. Young. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Big strides. Look at him go. Touchdown, Carolina. Tommy Tremble, 75 yards. And the Panthers need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that opening drive, and he throws a touchdown pass.
He gave a little bit of confirmation about what they had hoped, right? Because they thought they had a quarterback. They're thinking they have a quarterback. You do this, they believe they've got a quarterback. Look up elbowing each other up in the stands. That's our guy.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Here's 3rd and 5. Now Lawrence eluding the pressure right. That is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now Lawrence on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Now Lawrence to throw. Out to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. They go play action with Lawrence. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Lawrence will throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And it'll be intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. The turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly. But, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
That throw by Young incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On play action, Lawrence. And that one going to come up short, low throw. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The ball comes out, and the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball.
Why you just give him right hook him like
we can practice. He didn't carry it over into the game.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Etienne is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And we'll get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Trevor Lawrence with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it.
Taking it right down Broadway. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown, Carolina. Tommy Trimble. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That one down the field for Strange. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Open man, this is Brenton Strange, the tight end. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Lawrence. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Here's Lawrence to throw. Flushed out right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Jags with a football to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
On red. Here we go.
Here's Lawrence on the move to his left. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And Young's throw there incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Young will set to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
That throw by Young incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Steps away. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Play action. It's Lawrence. The pass complete to Ingram on the crossing route.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll roll him out right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Escaping the pressure. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Trevor Lawrence
On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. They're going to keep it on the ground.
And the Jaguars are able to add on to that lead.
And he's not going to make it to the goal line. They've been perfect on the night in 2-point conversions, but not here, as this time they come up empty.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Young.
Again, that's Hurst.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. Now here's Young. And this one into the hands of DJ Sharp. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Young now from the 50.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
To the air once more, Young. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina.
Chuba Hubbard.
50 yards.
And the Panthers get a bit closer. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew.
Oh, good return up past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
On 2nd down, here's Lawrence.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And it's intercepted.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, that one was was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Following the interception, Young. He's got a man, complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Young now. That one complete. He finds Shark. Touchdown! DJ Shark. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have come back to make it a 2-point game.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Jamal Agnew. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown.
Lawrence and the Jags offense staying out there. They'll go for 2 here.
They'll look to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Here we go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. Jackson now to return.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There was a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. Oh, another ball up for grabs here, and this one is intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Lawrence hit and the ball is free.
And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Young.
This ball complete. It's an out route to Thielen. Young trying to hurry them up to the line here. On second down, here's a run with Hubbard.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Young.
Checks this down to Hubbard.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
A 22-yard attempt.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that gets them back within 10.
Well, trailing here in the first half still, but maybe, Charles, that'll help them get some momentum back. First the forced fumble, and then they're able to get a field goal out of it.
And down in the game, they came out and created their own opportunity on one side of the ball and did get points out of it, as you mentioned. Complimentary football right there as they try and bring this one back to even.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Lawrence.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Lawrence will throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
One thing you have to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
On first down, Lawrence
Eluding the pressure right.
and this one into the hands of Ingram downfield.
And out across midfield down to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
2nd and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
On play action, Young. This is caught. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Chark with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Panthers take the first turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
Pinheiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Flush to his right. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Another toe for Etienne. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. The 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Lawrence. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Jeremy Chin picks it off. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal.
Hubbard again. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Panthers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Lawrence to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Etienne up the middle. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte. Now Lawrence. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Straight ahead, Etienne. Yeah, he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. 2nd and 5. Now Lawrence. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42. Here's Lawrence to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And quickly they get to the line. Back to the ground with Etienne. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a handoff to Bigsby. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, Lawrence. That's complete right around the 8. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Here we go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. There's Trimble, the tight end. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
Young to throw it. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. His huge night, it just continues as he's now north of 200 yards receiving. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. A 1st down throw for Young. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it's 2nd down. Young off the play fake. Rolling to his right. And now look at this. Big gain but a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. A handoff for Etienne. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
A 5-yard gain brings up
Now Lawrence to throw on second down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Here's a give to Etienne. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Steps away to his left. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Here's a give to Bigsby. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Under pressure, and they got to him again. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. That one down the field for Strange. And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Panthers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a one-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. 3rd and long for Young. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 27-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They run with Sanders off the option.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. And now they're in the hurry-up. They're going option play on 3rd down. And he will have a Panther first down. And it is celebration time on that sideline, and they've earned it. An option handoff given to Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And Young keeps it moving right. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Young. Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The partner under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.